Okay, this is where I put up a wall in 1990 to protect the foundation of this house. And Queens College knocked it down one day last year without really telling us in advance. I guess I should have predicted that it would happen, but I didn't know. Over here, there's a concrete sidewalk leading to the back of the house where we have a backyard. That was removed. So now the tenants, the people who live here, can't really get to the backyard too easily. There's a lot of garbage left by the construction workers on my property and on their property. Now they said I'm holding them for ransom. I've received no money at all, zero, since they started working. And I want to do whatever fixing has to be done. I'd like to do it myself. I mean, I don't mind if they help me pay for it, but I don't trust them. I don't have to trust them. Under the circumstances, a lot of people might not trust them.
This is all the damage that they've done.
Yeah, this damage also obviously came from the same work.
And as you can see, everything is slid away from the house.
This wasn't here before. It began last year. Again, the damage I'm trying to show you is all recent from when they began their work last year. Lots of these walls are buckling. This was not like this before the construction began. We have proof that we offered them to come in and inspect our home before they began the construction through emails. They turned us down. There was a lot of issues about our concerns prior to that, but we said, if you let us be present when you come in, we'll arrange a time. They said, we don't want to do it.
Foundation and the floor.
There's some cracks in the floor of the foundation. That's more for a technical person to understand. I mean,
All these
doesn't
cracks didn't exist.
it doesn't look that bad to someone like me, but to engineers, these kind of cracks are considered fairly major.
Yeah.
I'm not a that kind of engineer. So.
Yeah,
I'm not an engineer at all. So I guess the thing is, there's a crack here that you can see
that's a bad one.
that didn't exist. And then there's a crack in the building wall here.
No, it's fine like that.
I think I have another light
It
here.
just literally came apart.
Oh, it's okay, I got it. There we go.
Okay, sorry.
That's real bad. Yeah.
And there's something back there she wants you to see.
Okay.
So the crack, the wall just literally came apart, just
Yeah.
cracked.
Yeah, that's pretty bad too.
I'm Danny Newman. This is my wife, Samara Swanston. We own this house. We used to live in it until about 2005. We've got two families living here. I think they have a pretty reasonable rent. As you can see, there's so much damage to the house because of this construction. But even before this issue, I had problems with somebody else who was building next door to me on that side. And that was in 1990. I went to court about it. And my wife's aunt had put up privets on that side, and they held in our foundation. The developer said that we didn't own that land, and they knocked down the privets one day without telling us. And we sued, and we put up a wall to secure the foundation.
And a walkway.
This was in 91. We seemed to win the lawsuit. It was a default judgment, and we won a judgment. We never won any money because they folded the company that did the development. Based on that, I have been under the impression that I own the land under my wall. But the new developers, Queens College, building this museum, felt they won in court, that they owned that land, and they destroyed my wall without giving me any notice after winning in court. That's unfortunate because at least I put up the wall at my own expense. So maybe they owe me something for that. I don't know. I believe they do. Anyway, they destroyed the wall and then they started their construction. And there's been a lot of damage to the house that we just showed you a minute ago.
Louis Armstrong was a man of the people. He developed his music from the streets. He loved this country, and he's quoted in Ebony magazine as saying he doesn't associate with the top dogs of society. Or
I don't socialize with the top dogs of society. That was a quote of his. He did say it.
He loved this community, and this community is a fairly unpretentious community. It's not a wealthy community. Now here we have somebody who is basically committed to, you could say he was committed to the average person. And he was supportive of the community's, the spirit of community, not a wealthy community, but the people who we are. And that's why he stayed in this community all these years. However, the people who have been managing his home don't respect, don't value the community the way he has. And so it's funny that a hero of the common man would treat the community that he loved in a way that is disrespectful. So they say you can't fight City Hall, and maybe you can't fight City Hall or Queens College, but you have to ask, is this what Louis Armstrong would have wanted? Would he want his community, his neighbors, people who played in his band, or the children of people who played in his band, to be treated with such disrespect? I don't think that's what Louis Armstrong would want, and that's why it's questionable whether Queens College is acting in a manner that's consistent with his wishes.